What's up, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Demon Souls Kita Edition! Possibly the final one. We'll see. I'm gonna continue World Tendency stuff, and then we're going to head into the finale of the game. With that, I've been working on my story lore video. I'm also going to do a Boletaria one and a Stonefang one, but story is going to be, I think, my next one, because I've started writing it. So I'm going to present to you guys, too, as it will come up here, stuff with the Nexus and all that, some of my theories, but first we got to deal with Satsuki here. Black Phantom Satsuki, who is much more challenging than non-Black Phantom Satsuki. I was trying to go for a parry there. I wanted it. Yeah, so figure if there's any time to do it, he just runs at you right away, so whatever. There we go. That time I got it. Although I was a little late on it, which is why I got hurt, but oh my god, I love that the skeleton came from behind and just like I wailed him off of my back attack. That was great. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop a New Moon Grass, because I got so many of those. Alright, so he drops a Hiltless. I was thinking about it. You really have no reason. I think I said this last time. But you have no reason at all to fight Black Phantom Satsuki. I mean, sorry, normal version Satsuki, unless you want like the audio from him. It's just going to drop your character tendency unless that's specifically what you want to do. Hiltless. This blade appears somehow wet, a fine piece of work with an intricate design, forged by a famous swordsman in a distant land. That's all we really get about it. Tsunushi Katana is named for its lack of a hilt, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff from Eastern culture found in the Shrine of Storms. And as I talked about with my lore video, the Shrine of Storms in a lot of ways really reminds me of oh god. Oh my, skeletons all over the place. Okinawa, which is the island just off of Japan. So they have, because Okinawans, I believe, had a slightly different religion. I mean, it was still kind of Shinto-y, from what it seems like, but different culture. The whole like worshipping of the storm and all that they do here. I think that the other religion that you can relate is one that I did in my lore video, which is Egyptian. Is actually a little similar in some ways, but anyways, that's it. That's all. So this is the one. Also, the fact that it is an island makes it a little more like Japan, just on that merit by itself. Honestly, forgot that there were even more skeletons. But yeah, so they have a different culture here. Is really all you can really say about it with the whole Eastern weapons, and that there's so many of them found here. Did I go all the way down here last time I played? I don't remember if I did. Just in case I'm going to. I'm going to try to find the shortcut that I did not use last time, because I didn't know about it. But I'm going to try to use it this time. Let's do two-handed for this guy. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about trying to get a pure blade stone, by the way. Okay. It might have to be a Black Phantom version anyways. I don't know. I don't know if it does have to be. It might just be more likely. I know you guys wrote in my comments, in the comments when I did this, how to get the pure blade stone, but I'm sorry, I forgot since I'm not going for it, so it just isn't like 100% on my mind. Even though I did it in the past. My first time ever playing the game, I did a dex build when I did it on the PS3, but it's been a little while since then. Okay, so there should be a shortcut right here to skip a lot of the level. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this will help us get to our primeval demon a little bit quicker, so I don't have to go through the entire level to do this. So that'll be nice. Yeah, nice. Alright, well, there you go. That's your shortcut to get to the Adjudicator demon a lot faster. Overall, World 4 definitely has the worst shortcuts of yeah, of Demon Souls. I guess, actually, you know what I think? I guess Valley of Defilement doesn't have anything like that many good shortcuts out there that I can think of. Even the bridge one is still a little long that you kick down. Okay, so I think I talked about it a little bit last episode, but and I'm gonna show it here, the way that you can confirm that all the demons. Oh wait, I can't yet. I have to. I don't want to touch an archstone. I will in a moment, but basically all the demons here come from the concept of the religion, and that's confirmed in the final archstone. And I also looked at some translations from Loki Souls, who does some great stuff with Demon Souls translations and all that. And he was able to confirm that in his translations, essentially. The translations even more so indicate that. So, yeah. Alright, cool. Just to be safe, because I could get shot down. I might actually, you know what, I should equip the Thief Ring now that I think about it. Where's the Thief Ring? So I don't get as noticed by the Storm Beasts outside. Yeah, something I never figured out, and it was actually, I wanted to look at this and I didn't before my lore video. And some of you guys had some really good suggestions for why there's dead Storm Beasts here. I had an idea, but it was just sort of like, maybe idea with it. But the thing I wanted to look at is some of them are like hanging off the edge here. I want to see if there's any like clues that we could find with that, and there aren't. Is there anything above that might indicate why? No. So the only thing I could think of for why there's a bunch of dead Storm Beasts here, and this was just, and I'll go into some other theories, is that they drop cloud stones and they're related to clouds a lot and blocking out the light. So I thought maybe they absorb light. Maybe that's how they survive, is light. Maybe that's how this specific being. So the fact that they're in the shade, and maybe they're, I don't know why they'd be trying to come in, but maybe that's why they all died. Another theory was that Grave Robber Blige sells a whole bunch of arrows. So the theory was that as Blige sells a whole bunch of arrows, so I'm trying to remember where the, I always forget this one. I think it's up here somewhere. So the theory being that because Blige sells a whole bunch of arrows, maybe he shot them down and he's been farming them for souls. So that's another theory that I saw that was interesting. There it is. And then it's basically that maybe like or Patches or someone was killing them, but that was likely Blige. It seemed like the consensus for everyone who had this similar theory. And yeah, I think it's super viable. I don't have any qualms with it. I have no idea. So it's definitely a mystery to me still, even with those theories, which are good. They're good theories. Or I should say that one specific theory. All right, so here's the primeval demon of this area. I was super afraid that he was going to kill me last time I came to him. But, yeah. Okay, so something I want to talk about is the fact that they drop a colorless demon soul. Oh, I should have looked at the mist that they die with. Oh, crap, I should do that next time. We can definitely look at their soul a little bit, too. And the way that it looks, but... okay, so it might have just looked like that, like their their colorless demon soul, like that. I don't think there's anything that you can see from their soul that's super interesting. But as I think MMDE commented, they slightly, and some of you, maybe someone else commented, they slightly resemble in a little way the old one. But that's not surprising if primeval demons come from the old one. Primeval, again, indicating that they would be the first, right? So, to my mind, that means the first Scourge of Demons, when that happened, the primeval demons were the very, very first demons that came out of that Scourge of Demons, or at least some of the earliest demons, because that's what primeval would indicate to me. The colorless demon soul is interesting, and I'll get back to that in a moment, but the Monolith Force here, this is what I want to talk about with the Shrine of Storms before we move on. Perhaps this demon, a flying beast resembling a gigantic stingray, is a manifestation of the thoughts and feelings of the Shadowmen who worshipped it centuries ago. I think I said this last episode, but it's that the talk about it being a manifestation of the thoughts and feelings is how the demon was created. It would seem like they never really existed. It was just based off of the religion. Okay. So I got Stonefang's done, Tower Latria is done. Oh no, Shrine of Storms is done, right? Is Tyra Latry? I know I have Boletaria left, but I don't remember what other ones I have left. Maybe Valley of Defilement. That makes sense. I don't think I did the Valley of Defilement Black Phantom stuff yet. Yeah, Valley of Defilement is the other one I have left. Okay, so the colorless demon soul. Going back to that, because that is interesting. When we look at the forming of the world and the first scourge of demons, the very specific description about the fog that comes in is it was a colorless fog that crept in. So to me, that even more so relates that these primeval demons would have come with that first scourge, because it was a colorless fog and they have colorless souls, or colorless demon souls. So I think that's a pretty prime indicator, if you ask me, which you didn't, but I'm going to pretend you did. Yeah. So with that, I guess I'll just go ahead and start talking about my theories relating to, and these guys can actually kill you, by the way. They do a decent amount of damage. Meraldo too, by the way, she can really hit hard. Alright, I don't care that much about the crescent grass. Sorry. I was looking over some comments, and I guess there are some things I've missed in the past, but you know what? That happens. Damn it, Meralda. Appearing out of nowhere. I thought I checked that side. Yeah, Black Phantom Meralda is way more difficult than normal. But I guess that's true of all the Black Phantoms. I don't know why I need to say that. Regardless, though, use my patented strategy. Oh, God. Maybe don't use my patented strategy. Okay, Meralda. I know, I didn't go for a parry. I know. Okay, let's see what she drops. The guillotine asks, let's take a look at it. An axe that has seen countless beheadings. In many lands, Boletaria in particular, it is seen as the tool of an executioner, detested as such. Great. So much stuff from that. It used to be super important to do all this stuff, outside of the fact that you might get some fun weapons and you can get everything if you're a completionist. There used to be an achievement for getting all the weapons that does not exist in this version of the game. In the remake, I should say. Okay, let's talk about some theories relating to the creation myth of the world. And if you guys have issues with it, or you disagree or agree, I'd love to hear it. I'm still in the middle of writing this video. I've kind of like gone back over my thoughts several times where I've been like, actually, I don't think that. Let me switch it around. Let me reread this. So, as you do with this sort of thing. But I think I have some interesting ideas. Some of them have probably come up before and I just have no idea. But I like my ideas. So far, I think I like where it's coming along. Okay. First, let's talk about the old one and the coming of the old one. So, and what the old one is. In the very, very first cutscene you get from the monumentals. Or let me start with the very, very first cutscene. In the intro to the game, you are told that there was a seed that was planted. I have the quote here because I actually have my script up. On the second day, upon Earth was planted an irrevocable poison, a soul-devouring demon. Again, the key word here is upon Earth was planted an irrevocable poison. Nice thing is that we have all of our dragons dead, so I don't have to worry about anything running over here. Okay, so planted being the key word. Then when we talk to the monumental, they show us a scene from the past, which is them trying to put down the old one during the first scourge. And what they have is a monument that looks like an ancient sort of script thing. And on the monument, you can see what looks like a small plant that has been planted into the ground. Transition from there. And I want to give DJ Shadow credit for this theory because I honestly didn't notice this, so I'm giving him credit for this. But transition from there, from that plant that you see growing on the stone on the monument, it transitions to the old one having grown fully, and the old one that they have to then like, that's like consuming everything. So that to me would indicate that and when we find the old one eventually, it's a bunch of like gnarled plants and dried out trees and all that. So to me that indicates that quite literally the old one was planted by the true God, whatever you want to say regarding the creation myth. But I think that there's a couple indicators there was a true kind of God, an entity that created everything. It was literally planted, and one theory is that the way it was nurtured is with soul arts. That's kind of what nurtures it to be what it is. And because soul arts were used for greed, maybe that's why it became all-consuming. It was like almost a reflection of humanity. That's one idea for why I did that, one potential theory. But specifically the thing that I find interesting is that that's what it was that it was this plant that literally grew out of control. Oh god, okay. Alright, I'll come to you, I'll come to you, I'll come to you. I just didn't want to, like, I need to make sure I don't die because I have to start all over again to get to the primeval demon. So that's why I'm being a little more cautious right now, as opposed to normally where I would just go for a parry and be like, screw it, let me try to get a parry anyways. Okay. Anyways, regarding, like, exactly why the old one started attacking everyone, we're told by the monumentals that it was because of mankind's lust for power. That's what it caused the awakening of the old one. Okay, so a lust for power caused the awakening of the old one. So this is going to lead to the next point that I came up with that I find interesting. Let's talk about the Maiden in Black a little bit. So the Maiden in Black, there's some things that we haven't found out about her in this Let's Play, and that we won't find out about her in this Let's Play because there's an item that you need in New Game Plus. You can only get New Game Plus by going to 1-3, which means you have to be an Archdemon, and you can only do it in New Game Plus because you need the soul of the Maiden in Black, which you can only get by finishing New Game. Alright, I'm going to start with that preface. But what we find out is a really important thing, and I'm going to read the item description of what you get, or the spell description, I should say. I'm trying to find the description. Goddamn, where did I write it? Sorry, I feel like the script's already like 3 or 4 pages long, so I'm trying to find where I wrote it. I also have like notes and everything with all the item descriptions, so I could probably easily find it that way. Oh wait, whatever, it's Soul Sucker, and I have that here. Okay, so Soul Sucker. Okay, so Maiden in Black, if you get her soul, you can turn it into a spell. And remember that the spells represent the demon. And we know that she's a demon because she literally says that there's a demon inside of her when we go and ask her for power. So we already know that she's a demon. But I'm going to go it's actually a little safer to go around to the right, by the way. I know this for myself, so I'm going to go that way. Even though it's quicker, technically, to find the demon by going up this way, I find it to be a little safer to go this way. Anyways. Soul Sucker, which Jesus. The reason why is because there's a couple Black Phantoms who appear who can one-shot me. So that's why I'm going this way. Alright, so Soul Sucker is a spell that you get from the Maiden in Black soul that Yuri the Witch can transform into a spell. And here is... Oh my god. Here's the description. Spell from the Demon Maiden in Black soul. Sucks the soul out of whoever touches it. The Maiden in Black, who aids the Demon Slayers with her command of soul power, was once one of the oldest, most dangerous demons herself. Okay, so consider that. Her power is Soul Sucker, sucking the souls out of demons. How did the Scourge of Demons start? It was a lust for power that caused the awakening of the Old One. So, again, this is a theory from me, but theoretically, you could potentially link the two and say, what if it was the Maiden in Black utilizing the soul arts to soul suck that caused the first scourge of demons that awakened the Old One? It was a lust for power. Clearly, Soul Sucker would indicate a lust for power. That's literally what that is. I think that's a pretty strong connection there. So that's where I'm going with right now. Obviously, I'm presenting it as a theory, not as a lore fact. But that's my current thought with her. She does seem a little remorseful when you talk to her. So that's another thing. Now, let's talk about the monumentals a little bit in relation to it. So, something about the monumentals that I noted in the very first episode of the Let's Play is that it seems like they have kind of tricked you in a way into coming into the Nexus. They are kind of entice you to come through the rift or the singular remaining monumental, and as soon as you get there, you are sucker punched by a demon. You wake up in the Nexus, and the Maiden in Black has essentially revived you there, and now you have a Nexial binding on you, which imprisons you to the Nexus, as we find out from the Crestfallen Warrior and the very description of it, of the Nexial binding. It imprisons you to the Nexus. This isn't something that you're doing by choice, right? God damn, man. I want to try to, like, be safe, but how can I be safe if you keep on using your damn shield? Okay. And going in this space where I can't walk around you. Let's see. I don't know if I have the Nexial binding right in front of me. I know I have it written somewhere, but it's like me trying to find all my notes in the giant script as opposed to just searching. Okay, so the monumentals imprison you. They use something like the Nexial binding. Another thing about the monumentals is that after they stopped the Old One, they turn themselves into monumentals to guide over and watch over things. So to me, I think that they probably use soul arts to do that, because how else would you do that? You have to do something to turn into a monumental. I would assume that they use the soul arts for that, to watch over mankind and all that. So other thing is that I think that the monumentals, as I talked about with the Maiden in Black, she has a, what is it? She has that thing around her ankle, the Nexial binding, the same thing that we have. So she is also trapped in the Nexus. And there are some key lines from the monumentals regarding this. For the quote, the monumental, have you received assistance from the Candle Maiden? She is a prisoner of this Nexus. It is her duty to lull the Old One back to slumber. That is why she helps those who hunt demons, and that is why she has become a demon herself. They're saying this is why she's become a demon, according to this monumental, but that's the one part that maybe breaks this theory, I guess, but the one I said before. I still like it. I still think it's a good theory, but that's where you could argue. The fact that she's one of the oldest and most dangerous demons would seem to like indicate to me that she was doing some not so great stuff originally. Although you could say that she's like the Maiden Astraea, I guess, where she tried to do it for good. Anyways, I still stand by what I said. This is a translation though from Loki Souls of the very same lines. A direct translation of the original Japanese text for that. Okay, so has the Firekeeper helped you well? She's captured in this linchpin. So the Nexus, I guess he translates it as the linchpin. Hey. Shit. If I die to this guy, I swear to God. Okay. Has the Firekeeper helped you well? She's captured in this linchpin. Yeah, I knew there was going to be someone else. I'm trying to read at the same time. And I also thought there was, like, going to be a thief guy here. Okay. Has the Firekeeper helped you well? She's captured in this linchpin to help those who kill demons and lead this ancient beast to slumber again. Otherwise, she'd be a demon by choice and the like. That makes it seem a little more, that part that I was like, oh, well, maybe it throws my theory off. The otherwise she'd be a demon by choice and the like. If she hadn't, so the original translation to me puts my theory even more likely, where she'd be a demon by choice if they hadn't captured her and put her in the Nexus and captured. She's captured in this linchpin. So I think the way the monumentals were able to put the old one to sleep was by capturing the Maiden in black. I think that's what they did, and they created the Nexus to do this for that purpose. So that's what I think is going on in the very, very beginning there. And the Maiden Astraea, who is just trapped there forever now, unless the old one slumbers. She obviously doesn't like that, and now she regrets what she did. So that she's helping players out to put him back to sleep so she can fulfill her duty and be over it and done with it. Anyways, that's what I think is going on at the beginning of the game. I think that's our start here, our starting point. Let's talk a little bit more about Souls and Soul Arts, too. Let me see what time we're at. I think I'm doing good on time. Yeah, okay. We're about at the... We're just about the Primeval Demon. Hey. Actually, I thought he was like right here, so he should be in this spot. And then we'll talk about Soul Arts as soon as... Oh my god, what the... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I didn't need to do all this. Oh, I should have just used the shortcut. Why did I go all the way up here? I just remember where he is. Oh, this is so dumb. Okay, I'm going back. I'm going back the other way. While we talk about Soul Arts. Whatever. I feel like I got a good discussion out of this anyways, going up this way. It was specifically those two Black Phantoms who I didn't want to fight. Okay, we're going the other way. Whatever. Oh, that's the thief I was thinking of. There he is. Can you imagine if he just killed me right there? Okay. Soul Arts are interesting because the Soul Arts are what's said to awaken the old one. But let's look at the first line of the game. So the first line of the game is, on the first day, man was granted a soul, and with it, clarity. So what is a soul? We find out from the monumentals. Can I find the dialogue here? I can't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So we find out a little bit more about the soul from the monumental, but all living things have a soul. So that's why anything with the soul can be manipulated, and the old one hungers for all living things, for all souls, which would indicate all living things. Okay. By its name, you could imagine that the Soul Arts are derived from souls, right? Everything has a soul. The Soul Arts, therefore, we come from that. Now, just because the Soul Arts are lost, quote unquote, or banned, or all knowledge of the Soul Arts are lost, doesn't mean that they don't exist anymore just because the old one's asleep. People just don't know how to utilize their souls. The knowledge of utilizing your souls for the Soul Arts are what is lost and or banned over time. For beating the game, we are told that the knowledge of Soul Arts has been lost, not that Soul Arts cannot be used ever again. When the Monumentals first put the old one to slumber, they banned the Soul Arts. And they do say that the Soul Arts are lost after the old one goes to sleep. But again, the point being is that the Soul Arts still exist. And remember, utilizing the Soul Arts and the lust for power is what initially woke up the old one, right? So it's like the Soul Arts existed, but it's not like people were using, like, awoke the old one and then all of a sudden the Soul Arts started existing. People were using Soul Arts, and then eventually there was a lust for power. And that lust for power is what awakened the old one. And made it start, like, eating everything else up and all that. So, to me, that's a strong indicator that... Here you are, primeval demon. The soul arts always exist. It's just that people don't know how to use them. And when they do, maybe initially they use it for good, but eventually there's corruption, and a Maiden in Black comes along whose soul sucks everything out and wants to be ever powerful, right? So that's what I think's going on with the soul arts. I know I've disagreed with some of you guys about it a little bit in the past, but I'm pretty positive about the way I feel now after doing all of my research for my my next lore video, for my story lore video. And for me, all of these pieces really fit together for creating this story of what's going on in Demon Souls in the beginning. So I hope all that made sense. Man, I wasn't expecting to do it all in Boletaria, but I will be making a Boletaria and a Stonefang lore video, but first I'm going to do my story lore video that I'm hoping to get out this weekend. And then I'll do a Boletaria one and a Stonefang one to wrap up everything. I'm not going to do just a... I think I was asked at one point if I will do a Nexus lore video. I'm not planning on it because this story video, what I just described, basically talks about the Nexus. So I don't feel the need to. Okay, let me think about where things are here. Everything's actually in 4-2 this time, so we can just start here. Our Black Phantom's here, and or 5-2. Our Black Phantom's here, and so is our Primeval Demon. But yeah, I feel, like I said, I feel good about that, where I'm at with the story. I did a whole lot of thinking and writing for it, and so if you guys do disagree, you don't like some of the stuff I said, let me know. I'd be curious to hear that. Mr. Puck had a fun theory last week that I liked a lot, even though I'm sticking with what I said because everything makes sense to me for what I was saying. But Mr. Puck had a cool theory, which is very Link's Awakening to me, in a way. You are related to Slayers in a way, where the old one, since it creates a fog, and that everything disappears within the fog, it's like something waking up. And the old one is like the god, really, and it's just someone fell asleep and this is all a dream. And the fog is the waking up from that dream. So it's very, like I said, very, very Link's Awakening to me. But yeah, I think it's a cool theory just because of the fog idea. I like it. So that's why I wanted to shout it out. Pure Faintstone, but no Pure Bladestone ever! Man, I have to go through New Game Plus on one of my saves, just so I can get that footage of Soul Sucker for my next lore, for that story lore video. I also need to beat this game on this playthrough because I don't have footage yet of beating the game. And in this playthrough, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Maiden in Black because you have a choice. But I'm also gonna show footage of beating it normally because I had that footage already, so I can show both footages, both of the footage. And the other thing I'm gonna show you guys is how to get the Northern Regalia without going to New Game Plus, which MMDE was also talking about, but that's why I grabbed Archstone Shards last playthrough, just because I wanted to make sure to do that. Wait, why did I start where I did? I'm so stupid, man. I should have started the 4-3 Archstone, which is right here. Whatever. Ultimately, none of it matters. All right. Getting back to getting back's gonna be a nightmare, so I should just use an Archstone Shard. Oh, also, I don't want to use this Thief Ring. I need to use my Regenerator Ring. Where's my Regenerator Ring? That'll be better for this. All right, let's go through here. Yeah, so if I make a lore video about something, I feel so much better about my thoughts. It's funny, like I do like discussing all this stuff with you guys, though. It helps me sort through ideas, and I really appreciate you guys like giving me more thoughts and helping me out think through these things too. It's been very, very helpful for me. So the Primeval Demon is going to be to our right, and again, I really should have just used the other Archstone, but that's fine. If I die, I'll just go ahead and fast forward stuff. Fast Francis Ford Coppola through stuff. Oh, you know what I forgot to equip that I should have was a Soldier's Lotus, so I could get rid of poison real quick. But I'll do that when we get over here. I was reading an interview with Miyazaki. Another thing I'm planning on making is 10 Things You Didn't Know Inspired Demon Souls video. So I've been like reading interviews again and all that with Miyazaki to find out information. And oh no, I don't have it with me. God damn it. Okay, whatever. Screw it. Who cares? I care, but that's okay. And he was talking about, so this is actually his favorite area in Demon Souls, just because he wanted to screw with players and he thought it was like the most screwing with players. He talks a lot about how they really, really wanted it to be like old school difficult games with Demon Souls. So, I just think it's funny that like this area that everybody hates is his favorite. Okay, come on. Give me a chance to heal, please. Yeah, I find it really difficult to deal with just because of the no rolling here. So yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like, he liked that it poisons you. He likes that you can't roll in this area. All of it, man. She's trying to heal. No, 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 no. Okay, whew. I was genuinely really concerned there. Okay. Now we get Blind, the Sun, Blind, which we'll talk about later because I'm poisoned and I'm just going to go deal with the Primeval Demon and try to get out of here. Especially since I forgot to get Soldier's Lotus and bring it with me. Man, it feels good, actually. I feel like me explaining my thoughts on the game and getting it out actually helps me even better understand it. Even though I already started writing this script and I have all this stuff that I talked about written out, I'm probably going to go through and try to rewrite it now because I feel like that, even just that alone, helped me get a better feel for how I feel about what's going on. So, something fun, by the way, that you can notice is that, oh my, I might die there. Woo! If he hit me, that was game over. I was just going for it. I was like, well, maybe I'll kill him. Oh, they drop ephemeral eyes. I didn't realize that. Okay, so there's phosphorescent slugs over there. That's what those are. I didn't realize until I was like looking into things for my lore videos, but those are the same ones you find in the Shrine of Storms. But the Shrine of Storms ones very specifically drop the sticky white slime because they've been hanging out in that bright water stuff. So, anyway, it's just a fun note. Yeah, so technically here, I don't have to kill these guys and I can just run through, but it's not very smart. So, might as well try to kill these guys the better way, the smarter way. I have a feeling that these guys would like absolutely one-hit shot me. The Red Phantom one of this guy, the giant depraved one. Yo, bro. I know you see me, bro. Oh my god, you jerk. I was wondering if that's what he was gonna do. Seriously? Okay, there. When did you get so smart? Damn, dude. Wow. Almost thought I'd get screwed over for being greedy there. Almost did. Okay. Our final primeval demon. Let's go chat him up. Let's go say hello. Yeah, I think last time when I did this on my own, I was just like running in circles screaming because I had like 3 depraved ones chasing me. I also didn't have 250,000 souls on me, so I wasn't so worried about dying. I just wanted to hit him before I died. And if you ever wonder what this giant open area is for, it's just for this guy, because there honestly isn't anything else. Okay, I'm going to look at this stuff that it forms into. Anything interesting from it? Not that I notice. Okay. just because of the discovery about Allant and all of them. I was like, okay, I guess I should look at those, what happens when he dies, if it turns into anything that's interesting. I do wonder about the old one, though, if it's specifically transformed into evil because of mankind using soul arts for greed, and that's what gave it a lust, like a hunger. And if it would just depend on how, like, the reason that everything was benevolent and good beforehand was just because mankind, you know, kind of was like a reflection of humanity. And, like, since it's a plant, like, that's almost what nurtured it to be the way it is. I wonder that. Okay. I can run through here, but it's so dangerous. I've done it before. I have done it where I've just like straight up ran through here, but then you just have like a horde of these guys chasing you. And anytime you run the wrong way, it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. How many of these guys are behind me? It's horrifying. But I guess it's kind of fun because of that. So I guess I could do it. You do want to have your shield up if you're going to run through. And you better know your damn way through, man. Okay. Hey, that's why you want your shield up. Alright. I made it through the first part. Oh my god. Okay. No! Why? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I'm screwed. Oh no. There's so many of them. No! I'm more actually concerned about time. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, I was making such good time. I was making such good time. Run. Run, Kita, run. Run. You must run. Although I did this to myself, let's be honest here. Okay, here we go. Alright, dog. You need to go. You need to go now. I'm going to be a little bit safer just for the moment. Okay, clearly that poison one's by me. There he is, the actual shaman guy. Alright. Nope. Oh my god. Stop hitting things. I know there's an item. I know. Okay. I hear them. I hear them. Being a little more cautious this time just because I screwed up my run. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh no! Oh no! The fact that I didn't make it up that plank, that was like, ah! Terrifying stuff. Can't believe I fell at this part. How dumb. Alright. How could I? Alright, we're back at the Dirty Colossus's hangout. And where's my archstone? There it is. And let's go back to the Nexus. And let's do this. Okay. That was fantastic. You know what? I'm going to repair everything. Not that it matters very much. Just to have it repaired. And we'll talk to a couple more NPCs. And I think that should be good. Oh, wrong guy. Repair equipment. Thank you. Even though we're going to be coming back. Okay, let's talk to the monumental first. Let's see what he's got to say now that everything's opened up. So I'm going to fast forward just for time's sake. Hello, monumental. What you got to say now?
You have destroyed all of the demons. You soon shall hear the call of the Old One. Then the Candle Maiden shall guide you below the Nexus, where the Old One awaits. She will lull the Old One back to slumber. That is, after all, her purpose.
It's funny he's willing to talk to me after everything. Let's see what another big boy's got to say.
You have your wits about
Sage Frake.
Why, you have defeated all the demons, have you not? This ghastly howl. The monumental has spoken of it before. There is a question I have long had in my mind. It is whether we are right to banish the Old One. But I now have the answer. And it is a resounding no. Listen closely. The Old One must not be cut off from us. If the Candle Maiden tries to entrap it, kill her. Then, absorb the souls of the Old One for yourself. The Old One is an unfathomable vessel. It contains all the souls collected by all demons. You will gain the power of a king, and I will gain knowledge from beyond. And that, my dear friend, is the righteous path. You must not allow trifling matters to dissuade you. The demon soul is ripe for the taking. If truth be told, that woman has been tainted by demons herself. She would thank you in her death for relieving her agony. If truth be told...
Yeah, so Sage Frake, the one who basically rediscovered soul arts, or how to use soul arts and utilize them. Little lustful for power here, eh?
I am fully prepared. I can still be patient.
Little lustful there.
Are you certain you would?
See if Yuri has anything new.
I feel great misgivings about Frake. I was branded a witch at a very young age, and have been persecuted ever since. Although I never had ill intentions, this black craft of mine is intrinsically evil. If there is a God, he gave us souls to do good, not to practice witchcraft. My accusers detested my dark arts for good reason. For the path I have taken is tainted. This has been one of my realizations since coming to Boletaria. But I am afraid that Frake, too, has ventured down the wrong path. He has become obsessed with the dark arts.
Yeah.
But I am
So Yuri is definitely noticing it.
is a dark art.
All right, that's all we get from them. So I think, and I know I talked to Saint Urbane already. So let's hop down, eh?
Hark, I hear a voice of yore. The Old One calls for thee. Let us proceed below to its lair. Old One, I have granted thy wish. A new demon. Come now, be good.
Okay, before we finish things off, I do want to look straight up because I'm curious. Oh, that's interesting. Do you think that's where we fell down from the Nexus? See that square hole right there up top? I think that might be the Nexus, actually. Okay, I should probably do like a little scan of it just so I can get it. Okay, so the reason I want to point that out is because I think, and you can interpret it how you want, but I think that the that this area is below the Nexus. Not just because we drop, which we do, but because a couple things. For one, there is a in the cutscene with the monumentals, where they're talking about trapping the old one and putting him to slumber, you see a giant object flying over, or hovering over the old one. And I think that object hovering over the old one is the Nexus. And I think that is how they put it to slumber. Do you still see? Yeah, it's still right there. That black spot. I feel like that had to be on purpose. You know, I mean, like, at this point, stuff... They're good enough to get rid of that if they want it. They don't have to have a little black square there. Anyways, so there's that, the fact that you see that. Secondly, they talk about putting the old one to slumber beneath the Nexus. So I think it's a physical location that's like above, like flying above. And they would have used the Solars to do that, I presume, as well. As to why it could fly or be hovering like that. I'm presuming all the monumentals work together to do it. There is one point that I can think of that contests that, which is that in an interview, Miyazaki said there were 2 areas they nearly completed for Demon Souls that they wanted to add. One was a library, and the other was the area, quote, outside of the Nexus, which could also just be this area right here that we see, but I don't know. Okay, so if I touch this, we can return to the Nexus. But we're not going to do that. We're instead going to equip a Archstone Shard, which we'll use later. Okay, so Maiden in Black, what you got to say now? What do you have to say for yourself?
Let us proceed below to its lair.
Okay, well, that's it. So, all right, let's go ahead and go inside this. Again, as I was talking about, gnarled, dried out trees, going along with that whole planted thing, and the fact that with the seed that we see in that one cutscene, and we see actually growth inside, so some of these trees are alive within it. So perhaps in a way, in its innards, is creating its own world that's different.
You have been chosen by the Old One. Will you seek the everlasting demon souls, or has the monumental blinded you? Whatever your choice, you are our first visitor. May you be welcome here.
And that is our friend King Allant.
Surely you have seen for yourself the pain and suffering that fills this world. But God is merciful, and so created the Old One, a poison to the poison. The Old One will feed upon our souls and put an end to this tragedy.
Yeah. So here we have our true final boss, King Allant, who does mighty damage to us. I'm trying to get him to get his sword swipe on us, because that actually does hurt you a little bit. Still not much, but a little bit. You jerk. Sword swipe me. No! Hit me with your sword! Okay. Fine. You know what? I'm gonna let him kill me, actually, because I want to see what he says and get that.
I have had enough of this rotten world.
Alright, we back. We back at the Killa over here. King Allant. Alright, so let's take him out. I just wanted to get what he says. But basically, he has given up on the world as is. So presumably he awoke the old one with the idea of ending the world. Or maybe he got tainted and decided that, but we can see what's become of him since then. That he's just a blob of his former self. Which is interesting within itself, really. That this is what he became.
You fool. Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
Okay. What we need to find... Here we go. Is before we do anything else, we're going to want to grab his soul brand. Or his soul or demon brand that he has. Let's see. We're going to want to grab his soul brand. A blade that can cut through the very soul, held for generations by the Boletarian royal family. The closer the soul of the wielder, or paired with this kind of, whatever. Since his coronation, the sword has never left King Allant's side. The closer the soul of the wielder is to a demon, the more powerful this blade becomes. No wonder it was chosen by the old King Allant. So, if we go forward, we're going to end the game. Or like try to leave. But if we use an Archstone Shard, we can warp back safely without worrying about it. And I can unequip it now. I'll throw in some Half Moon Grass. And we can go ahead and by the way, if you just drop in, you die. But we're going to grab some, we're going to grab my Demon Brant. Where is the Demon Brant? Demon Brant. And I don't even know if you need a soul for it. Do you? I think you just need those two. I don't know. I don't remember. Well, I guess we'll see in a moment. Then we go to the smithing grounds. And since I gave the Flame Lurker soul off, this will work fine. Head up here. I was going to roll off, but I want to be a little bit safer since... Well, I don't know. I'm human, but who cares? I'm about to wrap up the game. Okay, so if we upgrade weapon, we can upgrade the Demon Brant. Oh, it uses the False King Demon Soul. Okay, I want to look at that for a moment. Oh, the False King Demon Soul. Oh, never mind. So that's the one it uses. Okay, I see. Okay, so anyways, we're going to use that. I don't think it can turn into any attack or spell. I don't remember. Let me look it up real fast. Items. False King. Yeah, I think at least for all the items descriptions I have, this is the only thing you can do with the False King Demon Soul. So if you upgrade your weapon, Demon Brant, by combining with the Northern Regalia, or sorry, with the Soul Brant. So use the Soul Brant, the Demon Brant, and the False King Soul. You can get the Northern Regalia. And we can get this now in New Game Normal. So that is how you do it. Old symbol of the King of Boletaria. The shape of this blade unites both Soul Brant and Demon Brant as one. Even Boletarian royal family legend scarcely mentions its origin, but it is believed that a malicious force left it behind in this world along with the old one. So this again indicates that something left this along with the old one, and they think that it was, again, like whatever god really there is in the game, the true god of the game, essentially. I don't have the dexterity for it yet, but that's fine. Because we're going to go wrap up the game now, so see you guys in a moment.
Thy work is done. Slayer of demons, go back above. The Nexus shall imprison thee no longer. I shall lull the old one back to slumber.
So the good ending would be if we just leave behind us. The bad ending, which I will show. Actually, I'll show that right now. Here's the good ending, me leaving.
My thanks. At last. At last. The end is in sight.
The Old One, along with the Maiden, was swept back into the lulling fog. Boletaria was spared from the demons, but also lost its knowledge of the soul arts. The souls lost during the pandemonium were never retrieved. And today, the unstable world has another monumental to hold its fabric together. A brave new hero of unprecedented power.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back, and now we're going to do the bad ending, which is listening to Sage Frake.
The Old One and I shall slumber evermore, as it should be. Thou mayst go, be gone to thy world.
There's a reason I didn't accept the friend ring. Oh, that's brutal. I didn't know he head stomped her.
The Old One senses a new and powerful demon by its side. And before long, the world will be engulfed by the deep fog. Bring more souls.
All right. And there you have Demon Souls. So one thing I didn't do in this playthrough is get Mephistopheles, where if you do a bunch of, if you murder a bunch of people, either NPCs, named NPCs, I think you can do it just by killing named NPCs, or like do Black Phantom stuff, and you get yourself to pure Black character tendency, specifically character tendency, not world tendency. Then Mephistopheles appears around the time that you get Kurt. And Kurt will go around killing people, but I killed him so he couldn't do that. And if you kill Kurt, then you now take on his mission from Mephistopheles, which is to kill everyone who has knowledge of the soul arts as part of their secret society. You can view that as a good thing, because that's essentially, in a way, what the monumentals wanted, was to ban the soul arts, and that's what they think was causing the Old One to awaken. So you could agree with that society. Whoa, I didn't realize that had a whole like paragraph of right there. I wonder what it said. Or you could say like, well, they're just killing innocent people who don't understand, and that's bad. So you could look at it both ways. I mean, all of their descriptions for their items put them as being super evil. So it makes them seem negative, even though they're doing, essentially following what the monumentals would want, I would think. And the fact that Mephistopheles has bears question if maybe she's working with the monumental in order to, maybe it's a secret society who's part of the monumentals, who they started, which I could actually see being a possible case. And maybe that says a little bit more about the monumentals. As I said, it seems like they're the ones who are trying to control the way the old one is handled. They, in my mind, captured the Maiden in Black, imprisoned her, they put that Nexial binding on her, and they're the ones who are capturing you and any other player who plays the game, any other Phantom, any other player who comes in, and putting Nexial bindings on you and trying to force you into doing their bidding to stop the old one from spreading, just like the Crestfallen Warrior was talking about. So again, you can interpret that as good or bad, but the fact that they're forcing people to puts a little more negative spin on them. The characters that we're seeing here, like the fact that we're seeing the Maiden in Black, if you get the good ending, you see all the bosses that you defeated. However, I didn't do that, so instead we're getting some different pictures here, which I don't believe I've seen before, of the Maiden in Black and the old one, interestingly. It almost looks like it's like a scene of her finding the old one, but I'm guessing this is like right before we killed her. But that's pretty interesting, actually. Something about the wax on her eyes is because they couldn't really animate eyes properly. That's why they put wax on her eyes, according to interviews from them. That's why they ended up going with that. Okay, so it looks like now she's dead, so this is just cutscenes of what we did to her. So it's not her finding it in the first place. Goodbye, Maiden in Black. I'm so sorry. They also put in the Maiden in Black because one of the people on the project wanted there to be a... Oh, the monumental, you done fucked up, son. You made a mistake trusting Kita. Oh, monumental. Wow, monumental looks so wooden in that photo. This is actually pretty interesting. Like, this is, I'm assuming, the aftermath of the choice that you made now. Or they're just showing images they have of the monumental for the sake of, like, think about what you did. Think about what you did. But yeah, anyways, the monumentals seem to be the ones who are pulling the strings, the puppet strings, so to speak, in Demon Souls. And, you know, their purpose is, you could view it as positive, and I view it as positive. Seems to be a negative thing for the old one to come and consume and destroy everything. So they have a positive purpose, but you could say that their way of going about it is perhaps nefarious. Okay, so now we get a Strava. So I guess we're seeing all the NPCs that, if you're an evil POS, that possibly you were killing. I think that's kind of the point of it. So yeah, I think that's everything though that I got for Demon Souls to say. So thank you guys so much for watching this Let's Play. I really appreciate all of you who stuck with me the whole time and all of your comments, and it really helped me think about the lore and think through the lore, and helped me a lot for writing my videos. And I enjoy just discussing things with you guys as well. If you're looking for another Let's Play to watch, if you didn't watch my Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3 Let's Play, I recommend those because I know those games extremely well. Just like the Souls series, I'm super into those games, and those are on this channel, Dave Control Play. Otherwise, Eternal Ring, I did a blind playthrough of that, which is another From Software game, which I never played before. So maybe it'd be interesting to see that if you just want to see a different From Software game. Obviously, my old channel has King's Field, all of those games, and an unfinished playthrough of Shadow Tower, and the rest of the Souls series, plus Bloodborne, and Sekiro is on this channel if you haven't seen that. So I'm actually pretty happy with how I was able to figure out some of the stuff in Sekiro. I'm actually really proud of my Sekiro story lore video. I think I'd figure out a lot of things on it. I don't know if I honestly watched Vadi's story video on Sekiro or not, but I know his came out a little after mine, maybe only a few days after mine. It was like right around there, so I don't think he copied anything at all. Or like, my only point was gonna be, I don't know if he came up with some of the same ideas or not, or noticed some of the same things. But I was pretty happy that I was able to relate Buddhism to it. Find things about the Eternal Dragon and relate that to the Sakura tree and everything that, and the Everblossom that I found really fascinating. So yeah, at this point, if you're watching this way later, this is before Elden Ring's come out, so shout out to people watching this after Elden Ring came out. yeah, I'm trying to think of other. I also did Donkey Kong Country Let's Play, which I think is pretty fun because that's another game I love platform games, man. I'm super hype about platform games. I grew up with them. That's why I have so many videos on my main channel about platform games. Or like I don't actually have as many super shows about platform games as I want to. I made a retrospective on the design of Dark Souls that's like an hour long or something like that, where I really break it down. And I want to do something similar for Super Mario World because I think it's the best platform game ever designed, and I want to talk about why I feel that way. But yeah. Ooh, what? That looks like a Bloodborne creature. What the hell? Oh, that's old King. That's King Allant, isn't it? Wow. King Allant looks gnarly in the pictures. I didn't realize that's who they were showing. Wow. I mean, I got it right before the small picture. I figured it out just before. I like that he still has his soul brand. Even when he's like that, he's still wielding it like, I still got my soul brand. I guess for anyone who finds these games exceedingly difficult, it's probably a relief to get to the final boss and be like, oh, this is it? Okay, I can handle it. Although, you know, False King Allant's the true final boss. Yeah, in another interview with Miyazaki, he was talking about the Blue Dragon. Because the interviewer, this was a Game Informer interviewer. The interviewer was talking about how the Blue Dragon gave him so much trouble and he almost quit the game just because of the Blue Dragon. And Miyazaki's like, yeah, well, that's supposed to be the final challenge and the absolute final challenge of the game and final stretch. So we really want to make it difficult and ramp up the challenge of it for that. So, oh, we're getting some Maiden Estrella theme here, as I think it looks like the credits are just about over, considering the black is just back on. I'm sorry to be like, so guys, I'm like out of things to talk about, so I feel like I should just wrap this up, just letting all the credits play out. I'll wait till it gets to full black. Okay. Oh, whoa, it actually is gonna be done, huh? I usually like to read some of the subtitle or some of the credits just to see like, oh, now we're getting the original Demon Souls credits too. Director Hidetaka Miyazaki, Masanori Takeuchi, Eiichi Nakajima, and Jun Ito. Not Junji Ito, unfortunately, for the lead programmer. I like to look at this stuff and see if things are different or things surprise me. Like, I really liked Mario Odyssey, and as soon as it was done, it's like, oh, who directed the game? I wonder. There's someone I didn't know before, so I wanted to look into what else they worked on. Fitting that they get the Maiden Estrella theme. Yeah, I know also Miyazaki said that he really wanted people to feel for Garl Vinland and Maiden Estrella's story, so maybe I screw with that a little bit in my interpretation. Not that I don't feel for them, I just didn't take them to be like these heartfelt saviors that everyone else seems to. Add a bit of a negative spin on them. Wow, is that all for the original credits? That's fascinating. Sony computer. Oh my god, okay. Alright, I'm wrapping this. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Ooh, Red Eye Stone is Soul of the Old One. Soul of the Old One? What? I want to look at that. I didn't know. Like, I thought you got a Soul of Maiden Estrella, Soul of the Old One. I don't even know what that does. I'm actually looking it up right now. As Fitness Energy, receive the Soul of the Old One, whereas other boss souls can be transformed into spells. What does this one do? Only used for consumption for souls. Okay. 200,000 souls. It's also called the Beast Demon Souls in the original. Let's see if this says anything new. I doubt it. I also want to see what it looks like. Ooh. The soul of the demon known as the Old One. A source of enormous power. Consumed to gain a large number of souls. Oh yeah, even the set doesn't have this thing saying like you can use it to transform into weapons and all that. I guess that makes sense. Why would you be able to transform into weapons if, you know, they wouldn't have figured anything out, I guess, for the Old One. Like, who, well, I don't know. never mind. I take it back. It's not like they killed any of the other demons before, but that's fun. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of Demon Souls, and I will see you guys for another Let's Play, or on my main channel. I always say it, but check out my super shows, please. The Quest for Glory one, man, it needs more love. Or, my Eternal Darkness one, but Quest for Glory, man. Alright, later guys. Peace.